joy, leading us with fatigue, leading us with bright, big shoulders ready for action and excitement, and we are grateful to you. This day is about your voice. We haven't heard it yet, but we will. We are so happy you're here. Panayotate, in your remarks this morning, you said, love has come. Love has come. That love would not have come here were it not for the generosity of the Greek people. 25,000 or more volunteers, all over the country, in every town, giving of themselves, sharing themselves, investing themselves, hosting dance parties, hosting dinners, bringing people into their homes, riding out to venues, being prepared with medals, all from the volunteer spirit, from the heart. The word volunteer means that. All those Greek people have not failed Special Olympics, and the Special Olympics athletes will not fail them. They have given, as Joanna has said, an investment in themselves and in their country. They have stood up and said, I'm in to what you young people want to bring to this country and to the world. They have said, with their time and energy, we don't have questions as to whether we should or shouldn't. We are in. We're not just talking about it, we're doing it. So to the Greek people, we say again, we are so grateful for all that you have done for our movement. Your legacy, the legacy of the volunteers and sponsors and supporters of this movement, will be a change not just in this country, but around the world as people, again, hear the lessons, that there are no walls between us, that this is an emotional connection that we can see with eyes of the heart, that we can see, Panayotate, as you said, the sacredness of the human face. I don't know if those words have been spoken in this hall before, but when I heard you say them, I was struck. I looked around and I looked at all your faces, and I said, look at the sacredness, and you can do it now. Look to your right and look to your left, and you are seeing a sacred human face. What a joy for us to be here. I think if there is a lesson for this hall, it is that when we see the sacredness of the human face in one another, we give ourselves the chance to unite. We realize that there are no differences, that common purpose is our destiny, that we come from the same place and we return to the same place, that our own odysseys are all linked one to another, that if we unite as people, if we eliminate the fear that divides us, even the parties, even the structures that say we are separate, one side and the other side, if we can bridge those gaps, we can do it when we see each other face to face, and we can find unity. And I say to all of this country, all of the people of this country, at this most difficult time, racked by pain, racked by sacrifice, racked by uncertainty, these games are an invitation to start afresh now, to see the future now. These faces are an invitation to say, now is our moment to unite. Maybe now we can begin to refresh the spirit that says, we too can be great again. Young people, you represent 3.7 million athletes. So for every one of you, there should be several 100,000 people behind you. You're responsible for them. They are your responsibility. They come to playing fields all over the world every day. Last year, they competed 50,000 times. 50,000 events where they wore the name Special Olympics. And they have asked you to come here. And they have said, if you come to Athens, represent our voice, help us to grow our movement, bring us the best ideas, share with us the way in which we can continue to spread our message. Help us build our families programs, strengthen our health programs. We're denied health care. Bring us back solutions to how to get it. Schools say no to us. They've entrusted you to come back with the solution, to open the doors of schools all over the world. So when you go back, I hope you will bring them good news from this place. I hope you will bring them not just your inner strength, not just stories and pictures, lots of pictures. Send them out on the web. Tell them all the places you visited, the ancient sites, the modern sites. But bring them also a determination and capacity, ideas, creativity. You've got it. If you learn anything here, it is that you know already what to do. You already know what to do. Just let it out and bring it back. To the leaders here of government, I would like to remind you and invite you again to recognize that for us the need is huge in this country and around the world. Every day, as the United Nations has just recently reported, our athletes, people with intellectual differences, and their families face enormous injustice. Enormous daily injustice. They face extraordinary intolerance, ignorance, prompted by fear. They face it every day when they walk even out their own front doors. And so we come here to this hall to remind leaders of government around the world that we are dissatisfied with the state of our movement. We are dissatisfied with the state of society. We are not prepared to rest on the achievements of these games. We are not prepared to rest on the achievements on the playing field or off. We are reminding the world that we are, at our heart, a rebellious movement. We don't necessarily look rebellious all the time. Sometimes you see a football or a tennis racket. Sometimes you see a swimming pool or a volleyball net. But make no mistake, those are tools of a dignity revolution. And we are claiming when we play a restless dissatisfaction with the status quo and a determination to lead a dignity revolution all over the world until the promises that were made in this country thousands of years ago, that every individual has dignity, that every individual has a right to belong in the Republic, that every individual has to adhere to the ideals and the ethics of inclusion and acceptance and universal belonging. Until that is the state of the worlds and the communities we live in, we will continue to play with a revolutionary determination to change the world. So we are grateful in a special way for the Promotion of Sports Integration in Schools Act. Mr. Prime Minister, you have many, many, many burdens, many, many, many challenges. And believe me, I think we all understand that. This act may not seem to be the most important of the responsibilities that you and your government bear. But in our world, an investment in unity, in integration, in young people, there is no more precious, no more important investment. Whatever people will say of this government or this time or this country or this movement, whatever else they may say, if they say of us that in our moment in time we promoted unity, then our legacy will be enough. And so, as we invite and thank the Greek government and the Greek Parliament and the Greek people for considering this act, we envision, we imagine the years of school, the many years where young people at the age of 5 or 6 or 7 or 10 or 12 will go to school and they will pick up a football. And on the other side of the field, they will see a friend, a teammate, who has an intellectual difference, and they won't see someone they're afraid of. They won't see someone of a different party. They won't see someone of a different race or religion. They will see the sacredness of the human face, and they will play together. And when they do that, they will learn to build countries, states, a global community of nations, where the idea of unity isn't just an idea, but maybe, just maybe, if we trust you, if we trust the young people of Greece, we will have left a legacy of these games that will take that from an idea to a reality. That is our Ithaca. We will not put the flame out at closing ceremonies. Our flame is not extinguished. It is handed off. We do not wait 2 years for the next Special Olympics event. The next Special Olympics event is always, and always will be, today. Today is our chance to make our impact on the world, to unveil the sacredness of the human face. We are grateful that in this hall we have had a chance to announce it and to proclaim that we will not rest until it is a reality for everyone. Thank you.